Welcome to the UCR Library. I'm Judy Lee, one of the librarians at UC Riverside. This module covers steps to creating a search strategy. Start your plan of action by selecting your topic. To do that, you may want to pull out a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil to think about the topic. Some people like to use concept maps as they sketch out their ideas. A couple of these examples are seen on the left of the slide. Your topic should meet the requirements of your assignment, something to keep in mind. Hopefully, the assigned topic, or one that you select, will be meaningful or of interest to you as well. You will break up your topic into its major components, then you will identify keywords or subject terms that relate to those components. Be flexible as you conduct your research. Be prepared to tweak or adjust your topic as you find more relevant or interesting results from your search. You may want to incorporate what you find as you refine your strategy. If you can, consider alternatives to your original topic as a backup plan. The general procedure is to use logical operators as you utilize library databases for your search, and that includes the library catalog. These logical operators are also known as boolean operators. They will connect the search terms that lay within each component of your search, such as keywords. The operators will also connect the components of your topic. The most heavily used operators are or and. How these words are used in the search process will be different than how we use them in conversation, otherwise known as natural language. As you can see, the Boolean operator OR is more. It puts together the terms that represent a component as seen in this Venn diagram. OR can enlarge the search set of a component. The term colleges and the term universities can be synonyms that represent the same idea. On the other hand, the Boolean operator AND is less. AND links the search components together and mandates that at least one term in each component is present in your search results. AND will limit the size of the resulting set. The results of the search should be about both colleges and first-generation students. There are time-saving additional features that you can add to your research skills. Truncation and wildcards allow you to save keystrokes by using word stems to include their variations. In these examples, truncation normally allows for unlimited truncation, while wildcards allow for a specific number of characters to vary within the term. Always check which symbols are used for each database or resource, as they can vary both in the symbol used and how the symbol is interpreted. Phrase searching is useful when the exact word order matters in a multiple word term. Use the quotes. By the way, the third example, cyclical, is the Korean for 429 or April 29, which refers to the date of the 1992 LA riots. More search tips. These frequently found database features can help you refine your search by applying limits or filters to it. In using a database or resource for the first time, spend a little time to become familiar with the features that are available to you. Before you head over to a database to start your search, let's step back a little and consider different types of searches, just to get a bit of the bigger picture. Pearl growing. Sometimes you can start with a clue or one piece of information that can lead you to other resources. This investigative action can grow your research, much like the grain of sand into a pearl. For example, you may be talking to your instructor about your topic, and she remembers an article that she came across. She gives you the citation to it. Even before you track it down, you can also search for this known item in a database. If you find it there, the database can provide you with the terms that describe the article, whether they be in the abstract, as keywords, or possible leads to subject terms. If specialized vocabulary is involved, then knowing the language of the discipline can be important. Also, if you find a key citation to a work, you can use citation chaining to your advantage. So, who cited this resource? Could it be that the citing work is also about the same topic and that it might be useful for you? This is another approach to link forward in time to other items. That is, forward from that original item. Let's move on. Successive fractions. Here's another approach which you can think of as researching in chunks. You can start with a very broad topic and narrow it down by scanning the results and using what you discover to refine your search. This way you let the literature, or what's out there, guide you into refining your topic. It's one way of researching your way into the topic. By the way, if you only have a general idea of a topic and haven't quite decided how to narrow it down, browsing the literature in this way as preliminary work is another method to create a search strategy. In this example, we start with the very broad topic of Set A college admissions. Then based on the results, we move to a narrower search in Set B, college admissions in public universities, although these results could still be very large. From there, we can move to the more narrow topic of Set C, college admissions of first-generation students in public universities. The next type of search is what we typically think of when we conduct searches and which illustrate the use of boolean operators. Building blocks. If you have already identified your topic and its components, it is time to put the similar terms together that represent each component, then connect the search components together using the boolean operators. In this example, we see the terms used. Note the use of truncation as well as phrase searching in our strategy. Also, note the use of parentheses for search component A, which is really more of an exceptional case than the rule. These parentheses are used for nested logic, which gives you control to determine the order of the search operations. In this case, we put together the concepts of college and admissions with and then add in the exact phrase college admissions by using or to include it. Databases have search boxes that tend to work for each component where the terms are linked together by the same boolean operator. These parentheses, or nested logic, would allow you to mix the boolean operators in the same search box to get your desired results. What we want here is the intersection of the three components or search sets as represented by that small shaded area in the diagram. Look at the questions in the slide. What if our results are too small to be useful or even contain 0 results? Well, take heart. This is where you try to be creative, flexible, and have an alternative plan. In this example, instead of the results of the 3 components, can the intersection of 2 of the search components produce results that you can use? Such as the intersections of sets A and C, or B and C, or A and B. That is, college admissions and first-generation students, or public universities and first-generation students, or college admissions and public universities. Might some of these resulting articles provide you with evidence that you could use in your paper? Can you think of other terms to add to your search? Maybe you can make one of the search components larger by adding terms with or. Can you uncover other work from one of your researcher names that might help with your topic? What about other work from one of the co-authors? Can you switch out a component in your search with an alternative component that you've considered? For example, instead of first-generation students, what if you use other categories of students, such as undocumented students or veterans? As you can see, the search process is an evolving one. Your final topic for your paper may turn out to be different from your original topic. Think. Consider your topic and the terms you will use. Search. Try your search in an appropriate database for your topic. Review. Examine the retrieved results. Are there useful citations? Are there additional terms or other information to incorporate into your search strategy? Refine. Incorporate additional information to revise your strategy. Research. Try out the revised strategy to see if the search results have improved. Think about these steps and be prepared to dip into a database or resource more than once as your search strategy evolves. Maybe that's why it's called research. Some people think that the search process is a straight line, that one could put search terms into a database, get some results, and then be done. Is this likely to be a perfect search? It can happen, depending on how the search is constructed, but that is not always the case. Think back about your own experiences with academic work or for personal research. We can think of the research process and the resulting search strategy as being cyclical over time. It's really more like a stretched out slinky than a direct straight line. For more information on using the library's resources or your options for help and research assistant, please consult the library's website. Thank you, and good luck with your research.